I'm Shevra.
Molly Pokinich. I don't believe we've met. If you'd like to request my services, please brief me on the job and state what you're willing to pay.
That's your pitch? Ugh, come on, man, you're killing me! You're supposed to tell them what a pro you are, play up your past experience, set their expectations high, and then you say, and that's why I charge a higher price than most. Ugh, don't you know anything about doing business? How...
Glad to be working with you. Tja. Before
running away?
Locked up!
Points for agility.
command!
The glory switch gun!
Fire it up! Here's backup!
There is no escape! I'm going in! Eat this! Let me weave you a verse. Boba, get them! Everybody stand back! You're toast! Nice and spicy! Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter. Body in the pit. Torn to oblivion.
Check this out! Supporting fire!
Boba, get them! Eat this!
This one will be frozen in time. Free!
Motion to compel. Time for your arraignment.
You're in for a little shock. Let's spark the...
Nice and spicy. Flash.
No turning back! Quiver! Blitz.
Boba, get them!
Strike! Glory to the Shogun! Flash!
Fire it up! Here's backup!
Try not to enjoy this too much. Come a little closer.
Midnight Pentat.
Final warning! Justice will prevail!
Check this out! Supporting fire!
Odds revealed!
You're in for a little shock. So
You asked for it! Stop right there!
Here comes another.
Target acquired!
that was quick.
This was new.
got him cornered!
Let's light it! Booba, get them!
Locked on! Okay.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Is this really necessary?
Neutralize!
I got him cornered! Target acquired!
Let's light it up!
I got him cornered! Target acquired!
Reconstitute!
I got him cornered!
Neutralize!
Target acquired.
Reconstitute! Extract! Nice and spicy!
Locked on.
Everybody stand! Hey! Neutralize! Russian floral!
I got him cornered. Okay. Target acquired.
Reconstitute!
I got him cornered. Okay.
I'm going in! Nice and spicy!
Locked up. Yeah.
Neutralize! Boba, get them!
Target acquired.
That was quick! Alright, let's finish this batch! Extract! Let's light it up!
Locked up.
Everybody stand back! I'm the frying pan!
Okay.
Are you running away? Alright, let's finish this batch!
I got him cornered.
That was quick! Bow before your king! The glory to which none can compare! Extract! measly insects! Now you must pay!
Reconstitute!
Nice and spicy!
Okay. Locked up.
Teamwork is true! Extract! Nova, get them!
I got him cornered.
Neutralized! I'm going in!
Target acquired. traveler. Paimon.
Kanichi! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true
Once and for all? You mean this'll...
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom?
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living...
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living... Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the...
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say...
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good. See you soon.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Are you running away?
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the time.
Plus, Kanichi doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's... One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and with your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself. If that's all you really need to know, the ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I'll be sticking around for the next few days. So if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Huh, you're here.
Kinich! Elder Trinidad!
I can tell.
Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your...
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. First, however, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King, every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From Yupanqui the Firebringer, to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage. The source of our... To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious... Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter. Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words.
So, Kinich, earlier you were...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon. Kinich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the Flame Bearer this time.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it!
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right! We need to talk about Hao. He's completely unhinged.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into Hao, he said you two were investigating some Abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain Kings?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss, too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from. So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy.
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive. Whatever happens.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people and he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better ideas?
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss. After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui, the Firebringer, stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
All right. So what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Wyna nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows, maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Huni, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick.
That's true, but the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what
Koba,
Huni's saying nasty things about the Mountain King.
Once upon a time, maybe, but not anymore.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward. As of today, our friendship is over. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night.
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs.
Wait, Speaking of...
Oh yeah, good question. We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before. I can't...
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All he said was that the Mountain King has done some pretty bad things. He was the one who turned it into a fight. Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you. All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kanich, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean... Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kanich, and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else. And I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs it for Turnfire Night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I'll head home as well then.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship is... Let's just hope we can... Come on, let's move on. Huh? What's going on? Hey there!
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved?
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time...
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to... What? Oh, it's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer, since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night?
Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better-looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the Sacred Flame. Been doing it a few years. Always get...
Oh, very impressive.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we going to do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah. It's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the Canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, the only way is forwards. We take pride in that. I won't forget my roots. I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
What's the Saurian...
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really?
Who knows? But if it's true, Kanich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back. and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era contract ritual.
Oh, does that count as a relic?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use that as my entry ticket to the... But after all the Abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plan... Or... You look like you know your way around a fight.
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The Traveler deals with monsters all...
Wait, you're seriously...
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head. Of course it is. All right. There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see...
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago. This could get dangerous.
Great minds think alike.
Let's light it!
Nice and spicy.
Reconstitute! A little ambiance!
Locked up! Everything has a price.
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago had the sense to stay in his hiding... Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural. True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up... It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, whatever. We're not here to decipher it. That's a wrap! Let's take it back to Tiago!
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was bad.
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it. Some gap-toothed goon stole it from me.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, sir. Sounds like we've managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously. If you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book, Yupanqui's Turnfire. Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder a few hours ago.
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings, including my entire manuscript.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it. Look at him. Lost and listless. He's a shell of the man he was.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me, I beg of you.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into these two, your luck's about to change. Big...
I don't know if he's still there, but...
Are you running away?
Hey! You...
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get... Oh, what's this? Brought a little... Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, God, please! I don't have your...
Oh, yeah? Well, you threw it...
The old bum's bag didn't have a single Mora in it! Just a tatty old book. All that time lying in wait was for nothing.
Is that really the truth?
The same place you found me! Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth!
Okay, what do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right. Let's hope nobody gets...
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Hoytzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. Each one of them died of non-natural causes, as this appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name-bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. None can escape this payment, unless, perhaps, they could honestly swear by Turnfire to never make a single mistake in their entire life. Yupanqui's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name philology. Let me see, the author is...
Silence, book muncher! The great Kahul!
Do you truly find no joy at all in...
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly...
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? When? When will that glorious day arrive? The great Kahul...
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us Abyss Order folks look like saints in comparison.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahulahau is sheer vanity! And if that day ever comes, oh...
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday. Here's what I know. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, to heavenly thrones, to worlds beyond. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahul-Ahau, are one such speck of dust from above. Now, let me take a good look at you.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find it.
Does that mean...
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still...
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire night It's because I hoped that maybe it might help us. Well, not exactly. But I thought my research...
Oh, really? So what?
I think the key to all of this...
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power.
You're right. But Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain...
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstition.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of... The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own... If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now...
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks...
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go.
Points for agility.
Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yet? Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes sense to me.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took some time to piece it all together. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
What? Then what should we do? Should we grant him his wish?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. I've already... you're here.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come across. Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How shall grant.
Kanichi, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever!
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now.
Kanichi! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the... Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation!
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss...
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the rift for ourselves. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful. Target acquired.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones?
You see, Kanichi? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kanichi, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, but it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you...
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet...
Sanka! Aha! So you're the glasses guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts. And I've shown you the deepest parts of me.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy?
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know...
Wait, of course! You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity!
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our highnesses' bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think...
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events, so I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some... historical research.
But that's all over. And now Kanichi wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to... That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price. Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the...
there is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you You should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad croaking for days, and
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
the abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kanish! Dispose of him! He is a...
Traveler?
You see, this is why I like you. Still, I could never beat you in a straight-up fight. Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a
Darn! He got away again!
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people. I'm sure that...
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kinda
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a fine wine. Everything has its use.
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple.
Not of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahul Ahau, is rotten to the
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with...
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture! Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme! Sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame!
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire night. Time to light the sacred flame and burn away the filth for...
Oh, yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous. For all the work we've put in, it all comes down to tomorrow.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both. See you tomorrow. What happened to getting some rest? You're cautious, like me. I get it. But don't worry, like I said, Before he got tangled up with us, he was looking into the Mare Javari. That's another... Our ancestor, Burkina, once fought a campaign there alongside the 5 other heroes. That's about all I know, though. I have yet to take a job that involves the Mare Javari. What happened to getting some rest? The house piqued your interest, huh? It's true that he's a relic from an earlier Saurian age, but since we're bound to each other by a contract, you can see him as my I know he can be awful, but don't worry. As long as I'm still around, he can... That's a key part of the contract. Ahau has to obey my... And after I die, Ahau gets control of my body. That's the price. Crazy, isn't it? That was probably the first time I really appreciated what it meant to pay a price. Then once I signed the contract, I received the ancient name Malipo. But that's a whole other story. We can get into it another time if you're interested.
running away?
Ah, at long last. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Many young people have heard the rumors, too. They're all eager to meet our new...
Well, they won't have to wait for long. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like...
Well, it's nearly time.
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourself.
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great.
A resolution will come in due course. But every great fire starts as a tiny spark.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward. Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last turn?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
That may be so.
Good evening, Traveler and Paimon.
Kanich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous flame bearer.
Very well. But make it quick. Let me know when you're done.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony with you yet?
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but,
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then...
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. If that happens, you won't receive the blessing. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part.
I'll be with you the whole way. And once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should say hi before you start. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Mr. Travel, you're gonna make sure the Mountain King... I believe in you.
Hey! Bet you're surprised to see me. Didn't think I'd be... I was all packed up and ready to go, but then I thought, I wonder if the ceremony will go any differently with an... I still owe you for that picture you took. So once you start, don't be nervous. You'll do great.
How are you doing? I'm counting on you. By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on. My brothers and sisters, the time has come to light the fire once again, and let the Turnfire night shine bright in Hoytzitlan.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago.
Paimon can tell. He's huge.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to cleanse the Mountain King.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that, Kinich? What is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly...
Chief Wina, Elder Trinidad. This is about to get a little
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by Rift Hounds?
No, stop!
Foolish Locust! Ugh, can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But...
I'm sorry, Chief Wina and Elder Trinidad.
Can you promise me that no harm will come?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on! You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination! Okay, I see what this is.
Ugh, you imbecile!
Oh no!
You forced my hand.
Elder Trinidad!
No! The Mountain King is waking up!
Everyone, out!
Well, it seems there's only one way to awaken you all. Take me, O Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
Get out of here!
Fresh and floral!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. I can use those against him.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White Atlan's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's blast the chief!
Necessary.
10 points for agility.
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk-taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad?
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from... We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame, similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyss?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is now stable. No longer will we need to perform an annual cleansing ceremony.
Wow, that's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony was a Turnfire night like none other in our history. Because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent ball of fire, and that fire is what saved.
Whoa! So that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the mountain.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's...
Are you running away?
Hey, Kinich!
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry. I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord...
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kinich, when you went into the flames...
Intending to... Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping them, but now I'm curious. What made you
Well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king last night. And Ponche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided...
So you've heard that rumor. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday was a first for me, too.
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the world who does.
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King...
The Mountain King?
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina and...
Alright, so how...
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with. Yeah, I tried communicating with him.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss. But time has been less kind to its soul.
But we saw him...
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with...
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of... That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too...
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too. Thank you for your help, Traveler.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not...
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't know what...
Friends? but your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good so promise me. If you need anything in the future for you,
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my dad.
Pony, it'll be
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face. But it was all the... Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you promise... Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the turnfire after last time. That's why I... All right, I'll just get to the point.
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me.
Oh, such a nice...
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe. In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given a... Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So, but in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful...
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one millions of...
Very smart, Who. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she's right behind you. Turn around.
Another trick about not turning back? Huh?
Running away?
I got him cornered!
Neutralized! I'm going in!
Luma, get them!
A little ambiance!
Okay, claim these souls! That was unexpected. Locked up.
None can compare! Especially not when I'm in that mood. Measly insect! You must pay!
Okay.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down. What a place. You might want to get a guide.
Okay.
This realm is... If you ever...
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away. Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes to investigating, 10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's...
Extract! This'll brighten up the place!
I got him cornered!
Nice and spicy! Reconstitute!
Locked on!
Let's light it up! Everybody...
Target acquired!
Get out of here!
Locked on!
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. You'll interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
I don't see you over in the west, man.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. You'll interfere with the mixing process if you don't.
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the... costs of your actions. Ask away.
Neutralize!
I got him cornered!
little ambiance.
I'm going in! You're toast!
Shadow pest! Mine to command! Locked up!
It's your soul! Sacrifice! Forever hold your peace!
Neutralized! Nice and spicy!
I got him cornered! Chip!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Hakuba, get them! Reconstitute!
Target acquired!
Get out of here!
Nice and spicy! Extract! Fresh and floral! Neutralized!
Everybody stand back! Oh, glory! Deadwood
Reconstitute!
Teamwork is dream!
A little ambiance!
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Extract!
Huh?
I got him cornered!
Neutralized! Boba, get them!
Target acquired! For the Lord of the Night! Two can hit that!
Sacrifice! pleasure to my business with you. Go in!
Out of the frying pan.
Locked on.
Extract! Boba, get them! Fresh and floral!
Target acquired.
Neutralized!
Everybody stand back!
Nice and spicy! You're toast!
Shadow the pest. Mine to command. Locked on.
Glory to which none can compare! Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects! Now you must pay! Points for agility. Are you running away?